In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party has put banners featuring his pictures with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi to lure support for himself.
आपका स्वागत है मेरे दोस्त.
Abi ki bar Trump Sarkar.
In 2016, the then US presidential hopeful Donald Trump went all out to woo the Indian American electorate using Modi's 2017 pre-poll tagline.
I look forward to working with Prime Minister Modi, who has been very energetic in reforming India's bureaucracy.
In July 2019, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's name featured on a list of the world's most admired men and women. According to an annual study by YouGov, an internet-based market research and data analytics firm headquartered in UK, Modi holds the highest position of all Indians on the list, and his global ranking is number 6. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has once again redefined his image. The Prime Minister of India is no longer a mere individual. Prime Minister Modi is now positioned as Brand Modi, whose every action just gets larger than life itself. His successive actions are like the Olympic motto, Citius, Altius, Fortius, because Brand Modi is becoming faster. Brand Modi is reaching higher, and Brand Modi is becoming stronger by the day in every way.
Never before in India's political history has one man created such a powerful personal brand around which stretches from what he does to what he don'ts. Now, Brand Modi is a lot of things. It has pitched a decisive leader with a development agenda. Turning a year older into an unprecedented youth icon, Prime Minister Modi has mobilized voters across the political spectrum. It turned a regional leader into a global name, a name which has drawn crowds no matter where Prime Minister Modi has gone.
2019 Lok Sabha elections' biggest spectacle was Narendra Modi's massive Varanasi roadshow on 25th April as he filed his nomination papers. It was at par with the Brand Modi. It had all the usual trappings of a Modi event. The swooning crowds, the tense build-up, the dramatic setup, the perfect production. Often called a star campaigner like none other, PM Modi has proved to be a man of grand spectacle. Event after event, from political rallies to heavily promoted televised events across the world. Perfectly curated and crafted, taking Brand Modi and Brand India under Modi to new heights. Prime Minister Modi over the last 5 years has aced the game, creating waves nationally and internationally, leading many to believe that goodwill for the nation was for the first time being created abroad. Others, both abroad and in-house, credit him for being the creator of a dream called New India. A confident India, clean India, strong India.
Make in India, Mission Shakti, Digital India.
Not just limited to rallies and events, Prime Minister Modi is quite the media maven, knowing when, how and who to charm.
मुझे थोड़ा नॉलेज है इसका इसलिए जब नए टीवी आया तो मैं पार्टी में काम करता था ये लड़के आते थे जब नए थे तो मैं इनको फिर एडजस्ट करके देता था फिर बैठता था
Understanding the camera and the angles comes after long years of practical experience. And the multifaceted Prime Minister, by his own admission, has had much practice on how to work with and around the media. To this, if one can add the Prime Minister's acute sense of camera positioning, it makes for excellent exposure. As Narendra Modi rose to power in 2014, his first speech in the parliament caught the media's attention. Modi broke down as he said he viewed the country and his party as his mother.
जैसे भारत मेरी मां है, वैसे ही भाजपा भी मेरी मां है। मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, पिछली बार जब मैंने मन की बात आपसे की थी,
Not just TV, Narendra Modi had his radio broadcasts all planned out. Soon after he became Prime Minister, he began the innovative practice of sharing his thoughts with the people of India over the radio. A show that created new benchmarks in radio listenership across the world. Besides traditional media, Modi also positioned himself to be a hit on social media. Never had India had a top leader who was so media savvy and had such a grasp of the possibilities. With over 47.3 million followers on Twitter, Modi is the second most followed politician in the world. To maximum his outreach, Modi launched his own app, something with which he could interact with millions of his party cadre at the same instant.
जी तेजस्वी सूर्या, नमस्ते।
तो मेरे पास काम क्या था?
Narendra Modi has successfully held the media close as well as at arm's length, both at the same time. Where he has never taken questions in a conventional press conference, he has given many well-mounted interviews that stood out not only for its content but for its dramatic settings and flow. Creating a brand so powerful, an aura grew around the leader as one who made the impossible possible. Many a slogan were created, many a campaign launched, and at the core of these acts of creation was the will and force of one single personality. And at the end of 5 years, this is what happened.
अब की बार 300 पार।
Our National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastav joins us to discuss the brand that Modi has become. Rahul, tell us what has been the most unique aspect of brand Modi. What makes it unassailable?
If you see any leader who's become a brand in the country, largely they belong to the Congress's first family. Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, to a certain extent Rajiv Gandhi. Modi did not have that kind of a family background. He was not part of a pan-Indian political setup. He was a chief minister, three-term chief minister, limited presence. He was known but didn't have that kind of a presence. And to reach here, I think he is the first leader who has put in that kind of effort in creating a political brand. I don't think anybody else has done it. He's a pioneer. Because in Indira Gandhi's case, it happened, but it happened because of other factors. It was not as well crafted as in the case of Prime Minister Modi. Second, I think the execution is virtually perfect. I have not seen a politician who has worked, or a politician or his team which has worked in a manner in which each element, how an addition could be made to that brand, has ever been made. It also happened at a very interesting time when in a big political party like BJP, there were senior leaders, but they were fading. There was a kind of a point, a transition period where Modi arrived at a perfect time. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was unwell. He wasn't seen in public space for a long time. L.K. Advani had lost 2009, and within the party and the RSS, there was a churn happening that now is the time for change. And Modi stepped in at that very moment. And then from there on, he has not looked back. And that's what sets Narendra Modi apart, that he belonged to somewhere, comes from a milieu where politics was not the first criteria. He was RSS. And from him to take on a brand, become a brand, is definitely a task. Otherwise, RSS is known for its anonymity. In terms of the Karyakarta or the Pracharak, is known for the anonymity. But to become a brand, foreign Pracharak, is definitely a milestone.
Narendra Modi is the perfect example of how to prepare and successfully implement a marketing and branding campaign. He's done it for himself in India as well as outside. Now, irrespective of one's faith, ideology and voting decisions, there has been no escaping Narendra Modi, the man who has taken India abroad quite literally. Be it touring the world to making the country's voice heard on international forums or even taking yoga to the world, Narendra Modi has done it all, and how?
No bags to pack, no tickets to book. Yet a travel itinerary that can match any jet-setter across the political spectrum. Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India positioned himself as one of the most avid of globe-trotting heads of government. He went to places and countries no other Indian Prime Minister has ever gone. He covered in 5 years what others could not do in 10. Prime Minister Modi visited over 55 countries on the 48 foreign trips he took between May 2014 and December 2018.
अरे हम तो फकीर आदमी हैं, झोला लेके चल पड़ेंगे जी।
The Prime Minister's international trips included multiple visits to some countries, USA and UK amongst them. From wearing local costumes to greeting people in their own tongue, Narendra Modi has been the quintessential tourist that the host country loved to show off. His travels had a sense of wonder. He shows respect. And he sets the fashion for tourists to follow.
ये आशीर्वाद बने रहे, ये प्यार बना रहे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
What sets a foreign tourist apart from the local traveller is the fact that no one knows the tourist in the country of visit. But for Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India, that was never the case. This was one tourist who was always made to feel right at home. The diaspora landed in great numbers to welcome him. And chants of Modi, Modi greeted the high-flying tourist in each and every country that he visited.
भारत माता की,
Hail to Mother India. Hail to Mother Bharat.
भारत माता की,
Hail to Mother Bharat.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आइए हम एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस को आरंभ करने की दिशा में कार्य करें।
And this became a reality within a year of Modi coming to power for the first time. On 21st of June 2015, some 36,000 people, including the Prime Minister of India, performed 21 asanas for 35 minutes on the Rajpath of the capital. And the world joined in. India has produced many a yoga guru who are known internationally. But none could do to yoga what Narendra Modi did. He made it a fad of international diplomacy. He started a trend.
Thus, yoga is the journey from me to we.
Narendra Modi gave out challenges that caught on social media. He had people competing with one another and uploading videos in the virtual world. And in the real world, he got everyone practicing yoga all together, at least on one particular day of the year, every year. Prime Minister of India, yoga guru to the world.
Creators of brand Modi pegged it as the ultimate disruptor, and once he became the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi redefined his brand to include the title of the Protector, positioning himself as the one and only fit to protect India and its people.
He came to the scene not just riding on his promise of hope, but also on the size of his chest. Aggressive in his speech, thumping the podium, waving his fist, he not only challenged, he promised to avenge, to protect, and to not bow down.
आओ एकजुट कर होकर के हम आतंक को खत्म करें.
And in time, he had the opportunity to act on the words that he had so often thundered. He struck back when required. He struck hard when pushed. He showed that he was here to stand up for India.
130 करोड़ हिंदुस्तानी ऐसी हर साजिश, ऐसे हर हमले का मुंह तोड़ जवाब देगा.
It was this promise that perhaps became the biggest contributor to Prime Minister Modi's second term in office. The promise that aggressive military action would be undertaken to seek revenge where revenge was due. He promised to safeguard India by getting into the aggressor's homes and hitting him there.
The Indian Army conducted surgical strikes last night at these launch pads. The operations were basically focused to ensure that these terrorists do not succeed in their design of infiltration and carrying out destruction and endangering the lives of citizens of our country.
The surgical strikes across the border proved that Modi was true to his words and that he was willing to take the battle across into the enemy's lair itself.
Indian Air Forces strike inside Pakistan 12 days after the Pulwama terror attack.
The air strike on Pakistan sealed Prime Minister Modi's image as the ultimate protector. National security and nationalism quickly overtook development as the core issues this Lok Sabha elections, as the people of India showed that it was security more than anything else that mattered. People living thousands of kilometers removed from the border felt proud that India under Modi could strike Pakistan at will and that their homes were safe, their lives protected, with Modi guarding the nation.
देश बचाना है तो मोदी जी is the only पर्याय. He is the only one who can handle it.
दूसरा रहता तो हम अपेक्षा भी नहीं करते कि कार्रवाई करें. तो हम लोगों ने जोर लगा भाई कार्रवाई करो कैंडी जलाया, स्ट्राइक निकाली, आखिर समझा. उम्मीद था हमें कि कार्रवाई हुआ बहुत अच्छा लगा.
जब तक देश की सीमाएं सुरक्षित नहीं होंगी हम लोगों के जॉब लेने का कोई मतलब नहीं है.
Elections 2019 has proved beyond doubt that brand Narendra Modi, the protector, is what India had been waiting for. The only politician, the only leader that the people of India feel they can trust with their lives and country with. At least that is what the majority says.
And brand Modi has been masterfully crafted in its simple but evocative branding. It creates an uncluttered image, that of strong leadership. And Prime Minister Modi's sartorial choices package exactly that. Take a look.
He has proved himself to be a style icon. Narendra Bhai from Gujarat is today truly India's style bhai. Much has been debated and discussed about Prime Minister Modi's governance, but seldom have past Indian Prime Ministers made headlines just because of their headgear. Or jackets. Or scarves. or any of his accessories for that matter. For a man whose mass appeal predominantly lies in the flamboyance of his actions, Prime Minister Modi is equally flamboyant about his get-up.
मैंने फिर से सोचा कि लंबी बाहें रखता हूँ तो मुझे इतना ज़्यादा धोना पड़ता है। दूसरा मेरे बैग में वो जगह ज़्यादा लेता है, तो मैंने खुद नहीं काट दिया था।
अच्छा, वो जगह ज़्यादा लेता है इसलिए आपने
उसको मैंने काट दिया था।
ओके।
हाँ, वो बात वो फैशन पर गया थी।
His iconic sleeveless kurtas have many takers and even has its own social media hashtag. Hashtag Modi Kurta. Not one to shy away from bright tones, Prime Minister Modi has sported every shade in the colour wheel. Ditching the plaid monotones of his peers, making sure to craft a customized image for each occasion. Traditional for the rallies, casual for the beach, powerful for the international forums, and avant-garde couture for the camera. Making sure that Style Bhai, Narendra Bhai's fashion, like his brand of politics, never fails to stand out.
That's all that we could pack in for you on this special broadcast on Prime Minister Modi's 69th birthday. News and updates continue on India Today.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.